All right, boys and girls and families that are watching, it is now our story time portion of today. Today's story, we are going to be reading Big Pumpkin, and this is by Erica Silverman. This story we normally read during Halloween, but occasionally we'll read it throughout the year because it's such a funny interactive book. So if you remember this book, how we read it in our classroom, please feel free to read it along with me. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie, so she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew some more. Soon, Halloween was just hours away, and the witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Well, say this part if you know it. She pulled and she tugged and she pulled. And first she pulled hard and then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the witch. No, so you're sure. Just then, along came a ghost. Big pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big in its mind, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Said the witch. But she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. And first he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. Look at him trying to get it out. Just then, along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big in its mind, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than both of you and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. And first he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. Just then, along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big in its mind, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. And first she pulled hard and then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. Look at the way the mummy's trying to pull it off the vine. Just then, along came a bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and she rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire. The vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat and they started to laugh. I may not be big and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. And the bat told them what to do. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. Said the mummy. There's the little bat. But they thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Ready, set, pull, called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy. The mummy pulled the vampire. The vampire pulled the ghost. The ghost pulled the witch, and the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. And first they pulled hard, and then they pulled harder. And there's the bat, mummy, vampire, ghost, witch, pumpkin. Man, that thing is not coming off the vine. Snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh. It flew, and it flew, and it flew, and it flew. Thud, and it landed on top of a hill, and thump bump, thump bump, thump bump. It bounced all the way down to the witch's house, and when it got to her door, the pumpkin just sat. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. Drat, said the witch, as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. When our story's over, we say, the end. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you guys continue to make good choices throughout the day. Make sure you're listening to your parents or your families. Be helpful, be kind. You guys are the best leaders in the world. And I'll talk to you later. Love you guys very much. Bye.